Hello friends, welcome to Tech Nuggets. Today we will discuss about iterator in Python. So let's get started. An iterator is an object that can be iterated upon, meaning that you can traverse through all the values. In Python, an iterator is an object which implements the iterator protocol, which consists of the methods iter and next. Now let's see the difference between iterator and iterable. Iterable is an object that can return an iterator. Examples of iterable are list, tuple, string, set, and dictionaries. Iterable implements iter method, which returns an iterator. Iterator is an object that represents a stream of data. Iterator is responsible for providing next value in the iteration. It implements two main methods, iter and next. Iter returns the iterator object itself. Next returns the next value from the iterator. If there are no more items to return, it raises the stop iteration exception. Now we will see how iterator work. When you use a loop like for in Python, it internally calls iter on the iterable and then repeatedly calls next on the iterator to fetch each item until stop iteration is raised. Let's see some examples of iterators working. We have created a tuple which contains three elements. With iter method, we are getting an iterator from the iterable mytuple, and we are traversing the iterator to print the values using next method. In the output, we got the values Alice, Bob, and John. If we again tries to use next method, it will raise stop iteration exception. Now we will see how we can create a custom iterator. You can create a custom iterator by defining a class that implements the iter and next method. We have created a custom class myCounter that defines an iterator. Inside the class, two methods iter and next are defined. Iter method is called when an iterator is initialized. Inside this method, we initialize the instance variable self.a to 1. The method then returns self, which means the class instance itself is returned as the iterator object. Next method is called to get the next value from the iterator. Inside this method, the current value of self.a is stored in the variable x. The value of self.a is then incremented by 1. Finally, the value of x is returned, the current value before the increment. At line 11, an object of the class myCounter named counter is created. This object is then passed to the iter function at line 12, which calls the iter method, initializing the iterator and returning the object itself as the iterator. The returned iterator is assigned to the variable myIter. Finally, we are iterating through the counter by calling the next function 3 times on myIter, which internally calls the next method each time. The next function retrieves and prints the current value of self.a before it gets incremented. First call to next myIter prints 1. Second call to next myIter prints 2. Third call to next myIter prints 3. Each time next is called, the value of self.a is incremented and the updated value is used in subsequent calls. Each time next is called, the value of self.a is incremented and the updated value is used in subsequent calls. We can also use for loop for iterating an iterator. Here the iterator is string mystr and we are iterating its character and printing in the output. The string we are printing here is Alice. If you understood iterators in Python. If you find this video helpful, then please hit the like button and subscribe to Tech Nuggets for more insightful content. See you in the next video.